Good morning, art buddies, and happy Sunday. I was doing a couple of last minute things, so I'm a few minutes late logging on. I apologize, but I am so easily distracted. Yeah. So here we are. Here we are. It's Sunday. Can you even stand it? October 26th. My husband's birthday is in 2 days. Oh my gosh, I'm married to an old guy. How about it? So I've got Teresa here with me. Good morning, Teresa. And Angie Brown has popped in. Good morning, Ange. Hopefully, a few more of you will be along. I'm going to maybe wait till a few more of you get in here. Maybe I'll just start trimming these. These little images are going to go in this little book here. This book is for Tammy Ward, and I've been wanting to send her a little greeting. There's my Kellyanne. Good morning, my sweetheart. Good morning. Kellyanne is there. Okay, Teresa's going to watch. She's going to go incognito. That's all right, Teresa. So these are just a little too wide. So I'm going to take a little bit off each side so I can scoot these in. And okay, sweetie. So Teresa, she's it's difficult for her to read chat. It's a little better, I think, if we use all capital letters for her, but it's okay. She's there. If we need her, we can give her a shout out. All right. So now Lori is looking for her little cutter. Where did she put her little? Where did I put my little cutter? My little blue cutter. I did a little bit of a cleanup. Just little. Let's not get too excited. It wasn't a gigantic cleanup. But I set my little cutter somewhere. I wasn't planning on doing this, but here we are. Here we are. Looking for the cutter. Guess I have to get my big one out. My big one is under my desk. So come in, come in. Welcome, welcome. I haven't been outside today. I'm thinking it's a little brisk. All right, let's put this aside. I'm going to scoot this up here. Going to scoot it. Okay, here we go. I got the guillotine. Okay, there's Joyce. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Dr. Mordecai. I'm not sure I agree with that statement, but it's a little deep for me. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this off. Now, I wanted to make a little something to send to Tammy Ward, and I put a little post up on my YouTube page, and I haven't really heard from anyone. So I'm going to push the envelope a little further. So I'm going to, as a few more come in, I'm going to just ask if someone wants to give me a few words or a statement of a well wish. I'm going to write them in this little envelope journal, if you will, that I'm going to send along to Tammy. Now, I did give a deadline of October 28th, which is my husband's birthday, but Stay in studio. Can you guys hear me? That's the first time I had that come up. Oh, wait a minute. Am I live? Oh, maybe I'm not live. Well, that was a first. Good morning, everyone. Oh, my goodness. I'm thinking I'm live, and I clicked the button, and I didn't click it. I clicked it, but I guess I didn't click it appropriately. Good morning, art buddies. I apologize. I'm sitting here chatting away, and I didn't see what I normally see on my screen. And I'm greeting everybody and chatting away. And then I'm like, what is going on? And then a notice popped up and said, are you still here or are you leaving? All righty then. So here we are. Here we are. So let me start again. Good morning to Teresa and Angie Brown. My dear friend Kellyanne is here. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Dr. Mordecai. I'm not sure I agree with your statement there. It's a little too deep for me, but good morning and welcome. And there is my lovely Jacqueline. Good morning. So I've been working on this little project here. I wanted to send a little something to Tammy Ward to wish her well. And I've not really heard from anyone. You know what? We're busy. I attend different lives and whatnot, and then you carry on with your day and things go out of your head. So I am going to ask for you to give me just a word of encouragement or greeting that I can then transpose into this little journal that I'm going to send to Tammy. All right. So let me first just flip it through. I just took some number 10 envelopes and I did this technique on it, which is kind of different. It didn't turn out super well, but I think the idea was great. Jacqueline sent me a reel where this person took I think just regular paper, I'm not sure, and coated it with some white gesso and then scrubbed on just loosely some color, acrylic color with just a paper towel. And then you have to let that dry really well. And then you put a very liquidy coating of acrylic paint on it, and then you spritz it with alcohol. And so it worked a little bit, and then I kind of switched gears and decided to not do totally Christmas, but like a goth kind of a Christmassy thing, because I think Tammy will appreciate that. All right, so Teresa's ahead of me here. So let's see. Joyce, can you hear me now? All right, so Teresa, she wants to say love and prayers for fast healing. Thank you, sweetie. So I'm going to write on this probably in a white pen. So I just took some number 10 envelopes. I opened them all the way up so I could do that technique on them. And then I have bought a digital that has some of these cool images. So I've just glued some of them in. This is Jacqueline's paper. And this is a pocket here, so I can put a couple in this pocket. See, I've got some things already tucked in here for her. Of course, she can use this stuff in other places, but I just thought this might be a little fun for her to go through. And then I'll just, wherever, write these little messages. So if you want to put something in chat for her, these are going to also go in. And then I'll probably put a little piece of fabric and tie around it. And I'd like to get this mailed off to her this week. So I'm not dragging my feet. So if anybody else, you're here now, if you just want to, even if you just want your name included, just put me and I'll just add your name in somewhere. and we'll try to encourage Tammy as she heals. So I'm just going to give this a few minutes because there's always a lag. So I'm going to just give you a few minutes. I know Jacqueline did send me an email. I've got to look for that. So if you can check now, if you need for me to see something in particular, if you use capital letters, that's okay here. That's not offensive. So you just can go ahead and do that. And then I found a project that I have been wanting to do. It's a wonderful thing when you start. Okay, this is from Kel. Great. Thanks, Kel. Prayers for peace and comfort as you heal. Wonderful. Thank you, Kellyanne. That's wonderful. So I was digging through stuff, trying to rearrange, move things around, clear space, and oh, good. Thanks, Ange. All right. So from Angie Brown, we're going to say, hope you feel better soon. Thanks, Ange. Hugs. Terrific. That's terrific. Okay, I'm feeling better about this already. So there are some goth type of snowmen in here somewhere. I was going to do, because I figure by the time she gets it, Halloween's just about over. But I thought these guys were cute too. So I'm just, I think she likes this kind of stuff. I don't know her well, but anywho, this is where I'm heading with these. Now, these I just trimmed down and made them a little more narrow so they can fit in the pocket. Look, isn't that cool? I'm really not a Halloweeny kind of person, but I can appreciate some of these different images. And I put some of these dolls on the back and the front. And then I'll just tie a little something around it. So if you come in, if you've been listening and you're not ready to chime in yet, I'll try to do a reminder. See, I wanted to remind us last time we were together, and I kept forgetting. So there's that. And I'm going to put this right there. Now, I like to buy books that I take apart. If you're not familiar, if you're watching the replay, a lot of us do it. A lot of us take out pages and just use them in journals in general or in our mixed media art. But every once in a while, I'll come across a book and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to take that apart, or I'm not sure how I want to, and it's just a really yummy book. So that's what this book was for me. I don't even remember where I got it. It's called Garden Wisdom by Leslie Geddes Brown. And it's a nice size. Just a little on the bigger size. Let's see here. 7 3/4 by 9 1/4. The pages are nicely weighted, but as soon as I opened it up, this is what I saw, and I thought, "Oh my gosh, I don't want to take this out because this is so pretty." So then, as I started to leaf through, it has all these kinds of images. Now, I did start to work on it, and it's stitched. The book was stitched, so I started to take out pages because it was too big to just really leave it as it was and then use it as a journal. So you can see I left a lot of the pages that had writing on it. because I was thinking I could alter them with the imagery and the art that's in the book. So I'm not quite sure where I'm headed, because there again, this is a project that I started, put it aside, and now I'm coming back to it, and I don't remember really what direction I was headed or what I was going to do. But see, I've got this, which obviously I put here for some reason. I guess I was gonna attach this. I'm not sure how, but I'll figure that out. And so I just don't know where. Look, I just think the pictures and the art is yummy. Now, see here, it's got gardens I admire, and there's, I think it might be cool to read that, especially if you're a gardener. And it's by David Hicks, My Kind of Garden, Garden Art Press, 1999. So some of this might be, some of it's going to have to be covered, you know. Okay, Teresa, I'm gonna be on the big screen. I always wanted to be on the big screen. See, and then the back, I don't know what you call these. I'm sure there's a term for it. Kellyanne, I'm sure you know it. What are these things called? These pages here, the little flappies. Look at that. Isn't that just yummy? A toolkit. This advice is from Clarissa Dixon Wright, born in 1947, and Johnny Scott, born in 1948, about tools couldn't be clearer or more accurate. Having cut my first lawn with nail scissors, I now appreciate the advice always to buy the best once you can afford it. You don't know, Kel? No, I just find that hard to believe. All right, so it's got a real pretty, of course, green cover. So I've depleted this quite a bit, and here's some of what I took. Well, here's probably all of what I took out. So I haven't looked at this in a while, so let's have a look through. And these are some of the, I'm calling it artwork. I don't know who did this. And some additional things. Look, I've got some lace there. I love them. Now, there may be some here that I didn't cut. Not sure. This looks like this is, see, I took out quite a bit. Plus this stuff that I already cut. I don't know. Maybe I cut all the images. Salad picture, the right rock. I'm just looking to see if there's any more. Hello, is Brian coming over today? Are you doing any Yahtzee? I'm thinking I'm going to have to use some of these as pockets and whatnot. Let's see. I'm going to have to improvise because there's not a lot here as far as pictures. After church. All right. Cool beans. Cool beans. What makes a plant worthy? Magnificent magnolias. So some of it's just a little too long, I think, for me to preserve. So I'm thinking I can fold these, right, and make different pockets. I just have to figure out how to do it. Like if I make if I fold this somehow, I know there's a way to fold it where it can be tall and narrow and there can be different pockets. I might have to look that up. So that might not happen today. But I've got quite a few folios here. So I'm open to suggestions. I thought there were a lot more pictures here. I'm wondering if I should. I don't even remember what this cost. I don't think it was a lot of money wherever I got it. Probably a thrift store. Angela's devil and eggs. Love me a devil. Love me a deviled egg. I wonder what I was going to do with this. So I don't think this needs anything. This is wonderful. Now here's where I started. I did put some gesso down here. Now, of course, I need things to put in here as far as cards, just stuff. Maybe that's what I was going to do there. I think I could add a little more blue here. And then I stamped. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to add a little more glue there. I think this is going to be kind of minimal. I have to hold this a few minutes. What'd you do to your foot, Ange? I do everything sitting down because of my lower back issues. Sorry, I'm trying to get out a baby wipe here. So I think I finished another journal. I feel like I've made some progress this weekend, or I should say this week. So that's good. See, that could be nice to read that. What could I do if I wanted to put, like I have punches that I could punch out from cardstock maybe, and maybe do something on the corners so that this could be read. What are you thinking about? What do you think about that idea? Ange, I have a bone spur and plantar fasciitis, my left heel. It's the same thing. It's absolutely so painful. Teresa says she has corner punch. Oh, Teresa, maybe I do too. Oh, Teresa. Maybe we should have a look. Hold on. Where's my, all right. I just have to remember where I have them. Okay. My die cuts. Like I know where some of them are. Just don't know where all of them are. This could be tricky. Here's some. Here's some. See if I have any corners or anything else that might work. They're just falling out everywhere. Whoop, whoop. That's very intricate. Let's see. Yeah, mine's very painful for sure. I'm doing exercise. I did go to the doctor and I got a cortisone shot, and I'm doing exercises, and it helps some, but I got to say it's not terrific. It's not terrific. Oh heavens, this is not the best system, is it? Look at this is all. Oh, this might be a nice one to die cut. Look, I've got some butterflies. My problem with die cutting is I can get it. Well, I shouldn't say problem. I The intricate ones, I don't have enough pressure to crank. And some butterflies throughout might be nice, right? So I could cut those out. Here's a plain butterfly. I love that door. Let's see, is this a corner? I don't know whose bright idea it was to put these die cuts in this book, but here we are. Here we are. That's a rose or a flower of some kind. That could work. Now, the other thing is I'm going to have to find some fun paper to cut these out. Hmm. These are cute. These could decorate a page. I haven't never done this before. There's tags. Oh, I was looking for the rest of these. See, I was just die cutting. What the heck was I die cutting for? Um, oh, I know, for the journal I was working on. Look, I've got these. I've got the rest of these in another container. So you know what? I'm going to just. Sorry, bear with me. Yeah, I have an electric one too. I need to, plug it in and use it. That's that's the name of that tune. And I think I have more. Sometimes I don't always see what I have available. See, I've got these double stacked. Oh, you know what? This might be nice. I love this little picket fence. This little picket fence one. Look how cute that is. And that's a cutie. That's a cutie patootie. Let's pull that out. This one I purchased from one of those cheap places in China, and it doesn't cut right. It looks like it would, but it really does not. Doesn't fold right. What is this? Some of these I buy, and you can't even tell what the heck they are. That looks like some kind of a crazy thing. These don't look like corners. These just look like who knows what that's supposed to be. Oh, look, here it is. Oh, it makes a pocket. Yeah, well, that'll be for another day. That looks like a little flower. Let's get that out. Oh, look, here's some more. This kind of looks like it could be a tulip. And this looks like it could be a flower. See, and I could put these around the edges, right? To enhance the plain text paper. Well, they look like little flowers too. Hold on. I just really don't know what I was thinking when I put all these in here. Teresa, all the dies you have, I just can't even imagine how you store them. Okay, Ange. Nice. These look like little tulips. What is this one? It's not letting me. What can I get in there with? Oh, a crochet hook. Oh, look at you, my pretty. There we go. I don't know. All that digging, I don't know what that is. This looks like tulips, though. So I'm going to keep that. These are going to go back. Go in that way. Put that back. All right, I'm going to zipper this up. Try not to hit the camera. I've got bugs too. I don't have bugs, but I have bug die cuts. Let's see if there's more in here. And this, I have two of those container. These are supposed to be for, I don't know what, not for dyes. I know that, but this is how I decided to use it. This might have. Oh, see, this has got stamps in this one. Which might also be a good idea to add to the pages. I can think on that. So now I have to think about paper that I could cut these from. All right, let's go back for some more inspiration. Italian villas and their gardens. That bit might be nice to read. The spring garden. I think I'm going to leave that intact. Italian villas. That sounds interesting to me. How to move a tree. Lupines. Oh my gosh, lupines. My son-in-law grows those. They are so beautiful. Lupines. Terry, hi. Good morning. It's nice of you to come in. Nice to see you. Did I miss anybody else? I'm busy here looking through my altered book. Ferns for the garden. Boy, that's long. Propagating. I don't even know what propagating means. I feel like I should make these this a pocket. Now this doesn't quite fit without, I could put a little something extra here. And I wasn't inking these to try to have it look, more, I guess, fresh, and not everybody likes the inking. Maybe I could attach something along the side. I feel like I want to look through my paper. I hate to put you all through that, but if you're not happy, you could leave, right? I'm sorry. And I'm not keeping you hostage. I see I've lost a few people already. Ferns for the garden. Treatment of different soils. I don't know how much. I guess if you're really interested in that, you could look it up. Let's see what else we have to work with here. Oh, this I was going to make a flip out. Oh, look, see, I lied to you. This one I didn't. I didn't mean to lie. This can go on a page that you could then open it up and read what was underneath. So let's see. How to move a tree. It's got to go on this. It's got to go this way. Because if I put it this way, the words are upside down. Which, if you cut a portion of a plant and then you put it in water that's propagating. Oh, okay. Thanks, Joyce. So I could do it on the lupine page. These don't look like lupines, but that's okay. All right, so maybe we'll put this here. I'm not quite ready to commit to anything yet. Let's see. Linda, hello. Good morning. Thanks for popping in. I'm being a little wishy-washy here. Hey, Kitty Jen. I haven't seen you in a little while. How you doing, kid? Nice to see you. Just laying some of these here. Maybe I like it better here. Let's see. This is from the beginning of the. I kind of like that, and I could flip out that way. First impression. Let's put this one here. If I put it on the edge, then I can do something there. Fashion. I'm not sure why I left those edges. Maybe to make a belly band? Let's fold this. Fold and crease, fold and crease. I work as a belly band. Now I'm just trying to think. I do have, I think, digitals that certainly have flowers and gardening that I could print and use as tuck-ins. So that could be a belly band. Or another pocket. Hooray for horsetail. Gardeners who despair about this persistent weed, oh, it's a weed, in their borders might be cheered by its extraordinary uses. Miranda Seymour, born 1948, novelist, biographer, and writer on herbs, celebrates a plant that is more than 40 million years old. Who knew? Window boxes. Oh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. I don't think that's horsetail. I don't want to be deceptive, though, either. Hey, Ann, good morning. How are you today? Ann comes on at 5 o'clock on Sundays, Eastern Time, if I am correct. I think I have that correct. Creating a vista. Maybe I'll put that there. Oh, I just love this. Okay, so now in the back, we've got all this jazz. I'm not quite sure how that looks like a koi pond. Okay, I am correct. So you want to grab some time with Ann if you can. That's always a good time and inspiring, I have to say. Oh, there's our Peggy. Hi, Peggy. Good morning. Now, I don't want to waste a lot of these here on a back page. Maybe I will think about doing something else there. All right, so I think the first thing I want to do is, now I know I have that really cool paper, which would really look great in this book, but where did I put it? That is the question. It's a 49 in market packet that I was using not too terribly long ago. And I had purchased it because I wanted to do something for myself with it, but I have not. And I'm just thinking the coloring might be really nice for this project. So let me just have a little gander. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's so nice when you go, oh, there's my cutter. When you go to look for something that you know you have, and you find it. It doesn't happen very often for me. Usually takes me a few days. But, okay. I don't know if I have the original front page. Let's see. Now, some of this was a rub-on purchase, which was separate. These, I don't even remember where I used these. Something I was doing online. And I saw Shannon using these, and I just fell in love with them, so I purchased them. Shannon Art Junkie. So these might look cute on a couple of pages. See, now I've got these different cutouts, and I could use these to tuck into some of the pockets too. Oh, here we go. 49 and Market. Vintage Artistry Moonlit Garden, a 12 by 12 collection pack. Look how pretty. I mean, these are just, and if you're not familiar with 49 and Market, it's a really heavy cardstock. Okay. Really, Linda? I know, it's nice stuff, right? Now, this is kind of plain, but I'm thinking there's some things I could use in here. See, to me, the coloring kind of goes. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's yummy. Quite yummy, I say. Lovely. Ooh. Mm. I am a green person. Not that I don't get me wrong. I'm not a gardener, but I love the color green. My fave. Mm. We've got birds and butterflies, always a good thing. Isn't it just yummy? Now, I guess I could do things where I just make them a little longer, make a fold, and then it could flip up so it doesn't interfere with the text. Oh, look, I stole something out of there. What journal was I working on? I added these into. Oh, it might be the one I just finished. Mm. I think it's that one. Maybe it's that one there. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now I've got more to think about. Sometimes you just have to just start in, just dig in and just start doing. And then if it just goes all wrong, you have to just deal with whatever, right? See, now to use this for a journaling card, it's got all this jazz on the back, which I could put gesso on the back. That's a thought. Gardening waste. Oh, that feels funny there. All right, I think I'm going to cut out these pages here. Not pages, these images, and then see how I can use them. Because this is the front of the paper pack. Now, for those of you that are just coming in, if you were not here, I'm sending something to Tammy Ward to wish her well during her recovery. She's had surgery. And if you would like to give me a few words of encouragement for her, I will add you your little message and your name to the little envelope journal that I'm sending her. And if you put it in caps in chat, I have a little scrap paper here where I'm writing them down. Oh, look, I cut the wrong side. I kind of like those. All right, let's see what we have over here. I like this. This is kind of large, but I think I could use it. So it doesn't have to be much. I know everybody's busy and trying to remember. You may have good intentions and wanting to do something or send me a little word of encouragement, but then we all get busy and involved with our lives and things, we forget. So I just would like to get this in the mail this week. And you don't really even have to know her. She's just a gal that's one of our art buddies, and she's been dealing with some health things for quite some time. And I just thought it would be nice to send her a little encouragement. So if you'd like to be included, just put something in chat and I will write it down. Oh, thanks, Terry. Okay, hold on. Let me get my little. Now, Tammy does, I think, a lot of art stuff. And actually, I think I purchased something for her one time. And if you can believe it, it got lost in the mail. I never got it. I was very disappointed. Anywho, I think she'll like this. I went kind of goth and Halloweeny, not Tim Holton, Tim Burton kind of what. Okay, so Mick Mouse mom, Terry. Okay, oh, that's wonderful. Thanks, Peggy. All right, so Terry says, even small steps. This is great, Terry. Count towards your recovery. Allow yourself grace through your healing. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's really great. Thanks, Terry. Okay, so that's cool. I just gotta get it done. I put it out there and I want to follow through, and I just need to get this done and send it to her. So I'm being a little pushy. A little pushy, but my intentions are good. Okay. That's good. Look at this little guy. This little bird on some leaves. He's cute, huh? You could go somewhere. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you, Terry. I'm glad you popped in. Excellent. This could be straight. It wasn't straight. We're making it straight. Got a cute little butterfly here. Whose leaves are nice too. Somebody chopped off half of them. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a little heart. All right, so I think I mentioned before, my son has a ferret. He was in an apartment. At the time, his fiance, which is no longer a fiance, has a Chihuahua, which he just loves. He really is a kid. He wasn't really interested too much in our animals and our dogs, but as he's gotten older, he's been more interested. In fact, when he lived with my mom for a while, he had a little Chihuahua for a while, but she was so rambunctious and so much activity, he was afraid my mom would trip over her. So he rehomed her, and that worked out okay. Um, so then he tells us that he's purchased a ferret. I'm just not. Oh, thanks, Joyce. Okay, let me write that down. Thank you so much. Oh, look, I've got measurements there. All right, so this is from our Joycey. I don't think we met. We have met. I can go back and get these, but you have so many friends. This is delightful. Pulling for you, including me. Hugs and prayers. Terrific. Thanks, Joyce. That's wonderful. Okay, super, super, super. Well, he bought they bought the ferret. He got the ferret a while ago while they were still roommates and living together. And of course, uh, they put it to us. Of course, their money was always tight. Let's just put it that way. Now these are adult children. Okay, these are not children. Children, they're out on. He's out on his own. You do your own thing. I mean, you don't have to lie to me anymore. Okay, but they tell us that his fiance got the ferret from her mother for her birthday. To which I'm like, why would her mother buy her a ferret? She's got the dog. Well, he finally confesses and says, no, the ferret is mine. So okay, he it's his choice. He's a grown up. Sometimes we still wonder, but he's a grown up. Oh, Ange gave us today's menu. Pork chops, fried apples, fried okra, mashed potatoes, and deviled eggs. Oh, yum, Ange. So now he's in his own place, and of course the ferret goes with him because it's his ferret. It wasn't her ferret; it's his ferret. Which is nice that he has, an animal. He's never really lived by himself. She's a little thing. She's got a little tiny head. I mean, I don't really like rodents, She looks like a rodent. But he loves her personality. He thinks she's great. Okay. And so she's getting used to the apartment. That's a bit of a stretch. She's cleaning up after her. Okay. So I was just there for a visit. Now he's been talking about this for a while. Um, she seems, out of sorts and lonely. She's been sleeping a lot. This is the ferret. Her name is Jelly Bean. So he decides he's going to get a second ferret at some point to keep her company while he's gone during the day, while he's at work. Now, he belongs to, I should say, a ferret support group. Now, he belongs to a couple of groups where folks, love these ferrets and they all chat about them and things to do for them and all this jazz, right? So, hey, good morning, Patty. So he's like, Mom, I'm going to start saving my money to get Jelly Bean a buddy. And I'm like, oh, you sure you want it? And he's like, yeah, I really think it's a good idea. Da, 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 da. So then he starts investigating, and apparently the cost of ferrets is going up. And there's a couple of pet stores that only have like one ferret each or something. I don't know. And he's got overtime work right now. So he's got some funds to work with. So I get a video the other day. He's bought a second ferret. There are ferret rescues, but the problem with a ferret rescue is, according to him, is that you don't, if they bonded with other ferrets that they lived with, sometimes people that rehouse them want you to take all of their ferrets, which a lot of times is more than one. And there's personality issues and stuff if you don't train it yourself. So he, after seeking the advice of people in these different ferret groups, he decided that he'd be better off getting a ferret that this was their first home. So that's the route he went. I mean, he has reasons. I think if it was a first time ferret, getting one from a shelter would be a good thing. But since he already has one and he wants a mate to, live with him. Yeah, they kind of do look like rats. Ange says they look like rats. Anywho, I mean, Jelly Bean's got a little tiny, she's little. She's long, but she's little. She's got a little tiny face. So in comes Frankenstein. He was already named at the pet shop. His name is Frankenstein. Jelly seems to like him okay. Frankenstein really likes my son. He just crawls up and sleeps on him, which our son just loves. Not sure I'll use this piece. These are kind of big. But I think these will be good. Now I'm just wondering how the rub-on thing would look. So anyway, he's happy as a clam. Frankenstein, or Frank for short, seems to be adjusting pretty well. So of course I have not met Frank, but he's eating. Brian gave him a bath. He loves being bathed. It's just like, who is this kid? I just don't, well, to each his own, right? All right, so I'm thinking about maybe doing one of these rubs. Now, I hope he doesn't draw blood. Yeah, I don't think so. Although their nails are pretty sharp, he's got to look into keeping their nails clipped. At least Jelly Bean's nails are pretty sharp. But she just kind of sniffs you when you're there. And all right, I don't know, guys. I'm just going to do this. I want to get that on fairly straight. And it looks straight to me, but I think I have a bit of a crooked eye. All right, now here's my tool. So this is a rub-on, if you're not familiar. It's on this clear acetate filmy piece. I think this would work just as well. And you just press down and rub. Yes, his name was Frankenstein. So Brian's just going to keep it and call him, I think, Frank or Frankie. He's only 11 weeks old, but he's much bigger than Jelly Bean. I can't pick that up. Where did I put my... I need something to lift up the... I tend to not... I think I rub down right in order, and get the whole image, but a lot of times I just don't. So I have to do a little sneak peek sometimes, I really don't use a lot of rub-ons. I don't know why, because they are delightful. See, there's some I didn't get. And you get that piece right there. Oh, you mean because his name is Frankenstein? Does he? Oh, I didn't get that, Ange. You're so clever. He hasn't so far. Now, once you rub this all down, the acetate part should release pretty easy. If you've transferred the rub-on properly. See, there's a little bits down there that are hard to see that I didn't get. That's kind of cool. I like that. There's a couple of pieces here. Can you see? No, you probably can't see. Just like little dots that I couldn't see, and now I'm just going to rub them over here. It's kind of cool. Some of them just don't seem to want to come off. Oh, it might be because I have a paper clip under there. Hello. Oh, I like it. I like it. There's still a couple of things I missed. Hey, that's cool. All right. Okay. I'm pleased with that. All righty. All righty. Now this, I was thinking of adding a little strip of something because it doesn't quite cover the text. And see, I've got on these papers on the bottom where it tells you who they are and the company and all that jazz. On the other side, there's a design. So I think I'm going to trim that off. I think I'm just going to use my scissors. I know, right, Cherry? I think it looks real cute. All right, so let's see if this will work. I should get a clip out and hold these pages down. I'm trying to work on them. So if I glue this like a pocket, I can glue this right here, and that will extend it enough to cover that text. I cut crooked too. Maybe we'll take that down a couple. So we don't have any half hearts. No half hearts here. Oh, geez. Let's see if this works. I left this uncapped again. I was frightened with my printer again last night. It just seems to do well for so long. I mean, it's an old printer. It prints very nicely, but it's old. And I don't know. Kept saying it wasn't going to print a certain thing, and I'm like, that's good because I don't even know what that is. She's going on a trip to the mountains. Okay, enjoy. Seems like a nice day for it. All right, now this I'm going to glue right alongside. Not all of the paper companies do this, where you have one side, at least that's my memory. I think I'm going to put the hearts this way. Oh, that's a good suggestion, Joyce. Take a blanket. She has one in the car. She's going to. Oh, Ange, take pictures, honey, if you see any. I would love to see that. Oh, I would love to see that. If I saw an elk in real life, I think I'd scream out loud. All right, now this it maybe I think a little wider. Where did I put that other piece of? Yeah, here it is. I think that's not going to be. That's going to be touch and go. It's going to be kind of. Boy, it'd be nice if I had a piece of solid trim. Now this is wider, but I know it might be enough to. I guess it could be see-through. What if I put just a strip of something and then this on top? Not sure. I'm not convinced that I like that. I had some. Oh, you know what might work? I had some in my hand the other day. Let's see if I remember where I put it. This will be a miracle if I remember where I put it. I'm having a hard time opening tins. Look, it's a miracle. This is a thin eyelet lace. And of course, it's not see through, a little more opaque. Well, I guess a little see through. You can still see the text, but I think I like that. Now, of course, that's it's wrinkly, so I'm going to grab my iron. Hit it with a little heat and hopefully press that down a little. Let's give this a wiggle. So what's everybody up to today? Anybody have plans? After I'm done streaming, I'm going to watch a football game. What the heck did I just had it in my, what did I do with my, oh, I dropped it on my lap. I dropped it on my lap. I really need to decide about a small iron. This is so heavy for my arm. It takes up, oh look, it's got grunge on it. Oh well. Maybe I should just trim that part off. Not sure I like that with the grunge. And I could have dyed this, I guess. We know Jacqueline would have dyed it. Oh look, I got the stuff from my iron on the page now. Oh, Peggy, that's a big job. Good for you. Let's take that clip off. And Linda, our kiddos are coming over. We set up a few TVs. So, Linda, that does sound fun. Linda's setting up a couple of different TVs, and they're going to have a taco bar, and they watch a couple different games. Wonderful. That sounds really fun. And Terry, she's going to finish up her Halloween journal and watch some football. Peggy, I'm sure your hubby's watching football. And she's catching up on making birthday cards. Cool. Yeah, I guess I'll snip that off. Yeah, taco bar does sound so fun. My husband really doesn't do sports, but he'll let me have the TV and he watches a movie or something on the computer, his laptop. So that's probably that's going to happen there. And he's a bit of an odd duck. He doesn't do tacos either. But I had him pull out some ground meat for me. I was going to put taco seasoning on that and do one of those taco bowls where you put the cottage cheese in there and you maybe do a sweet potato, put some hot honey on top. a little avocado. I think that's what I'm going to make. I guess this will straighten out when I add the glue. Now, see, I'm not liking this here, so I think I'm going to wrap that with something else, or maybe a tag. I'll put it. I'll put a tab on it. I'm going to try to put this right on the edge. I'm going to trim this right here. And I'm going to use my, it's got a little bit of text showing, but it's okay. It's okay. Coming down the home stretch on my glue. Oh, I was watching. There goes the lid. Good grief. I was watching the Junk Journal shop yesterday. She was on, and a friend of hers was selling. I don't even know. Her name is Janine, but Peggy, you probably know. I don't know. Something scraps. It was a JD Scraps or something. Anyway, her things were lovely. And Johnny had some things she was showing, and one of the things that Johnny, now if you're not familiar with Johnny, she makes beautiful journals, and she makes a lot of pretty things. But she, I think, in recent times, has started to do some laser J9 scraps. Thank Peggy. Peggy was there. It was a nice time, and they had some lovely things, and Johnny does like she cuts that thin wood and builds stuff, and she makes signs. And I ordered some tags, some Christmas tags. They could be gifts. They're so pretty. So I did some Christmas shopping, but she fashioned this box that will hold your glue like this. It holds 4 things of glue, different sizes, like a big Jagunda like this, and then like a 4 ouncer, and it holds a glue stick. I like the concept. And she was asking for suggestions on how she could, and then she covers it with paper. She decorates it real pretty and stuff. Um, she was asking for suggestions on how she, if anybody liked it, or what could be an improvement. For me, I don't have room. I think I love the concept. I love the idea, but I work in a very small space, and I'm messy, and I just don't have room for it. It wasn't huge, but my space is just really small. But what a great idea, that holds your glue upside down, so that when you want to use it, it's ready to go. Genius, really genius. Okay, so Peggy, if you have a minute, if you could put in Johnny's channel, that would be good. I kind of like that you can see the text through there. That kind of works, right? Now, some of these things I chopped out. Kind of looks cool. Sometimes I like to make a little divot. a little index finger thingy. So hopefully whoever knows that it's supposed to be a pocket. Maybe I'll put, oh, you know what? It would be really smart if I went over this way. Then I could cover that jazz. Thanks, honey. Thanks. That's great. I wonder how difficult it would be to be sliding stuff in there with the fabric. Oh, not too bad, I don't think. I think that would be okay. As long as that's glued. Maybe I'll put a little more glue here. All right. And then if you're here and you're watching, or if you're watching the replay, Friday evenings, Lovely's Crafting Lodge has a sale and a get together. We kind of hang out and have fun. So if you're available on Friday evenings, we'd love to see you there. Too, do a little commercial while I'm gluing. All right, I'm going to put that there. So I'm mixing two different styles here, really. I'm glad I thought about this paper pack that I have, because I do think it's going to work good. All right, now, I think that's nice. Okay. Should probably start at the very beginning. Now, I have this beautiful blue lace sitting here. I'm not sure why, because I don't really think that needs it. Maybe it could go on the other side. I've got pins in there too. Who knows? Who knows what? Not a clue. Now, I think I need to do some die cutting. Let's see how I'm an hour and a half. I think I need to start doing some die cutting. Oh, I think this is a Timmy die cut bug. See, that's got all the different components of the bug. This was in the wrong spot. You know, if I cut out some flowers, now this cuts out beautiful, but it's a little bit of a bugger to get it out of the die. And I've cut this out in black because it's very striking. I don't know whose this is. Now, my Cuttlebug, only takes a certain width of paper. It's not like takes a whole sheet, like a 12 by 12. So I've got to cut my paper in half. But flowers up the side of some of these pages, I think, would work. Now, I'm calling this an altered book because I'm altering the pages that I've left intact. If you do a junk journal, generally you remove all the pages, and you might use some of those in the book, in the journal, but you're not really, and you are altering them, but you're not leaving any intact. You're kind of just gutting it and going from like scratch. So I think I'm going to just do a little bit of die cutting, and then we'll see how that goes. Now, I just had my plates, so hopefully I can get this to work. I am a little challenged when I go to use these things. Now, this was gifted to me, and I like it because it folds up, and it's doesn't take up a lot of real estate. I had one that stayed out like this, and I had a hard time finding places to store it. So this works much better for me. But there's all kinds, I guess. And of course, there's the electric ones, which I have to make space on my table here to get that to work. I'm just going to grab my plates. I think I just need my A, my B's, and my C's. Should work because all the dies that I want to use are those little thin ones. So there they are. Usually they're among the missing, but I have them right there at the ready. I'm going to pick out maybe one of the darker pieces of paper here. Maybe that's a little too dark. Well, I was using some of this. I used some of this for another project. So I think I'm going to see what this looks like. Now, again, it's got that decorative edge. I'm going to trim that off. Now, some of you may not know Teresa, who's in the balcony. She is our resident, well, that's still too large, expert in die cutting. Maybe some of you are as well, but I know Teresa is. And if I have a problem or a question, I go to her when it comes to die cutting. All right, so this is my A plate. I know you're going to make like a sandwich if you're not familiar with this. And this is your A plate. And then I have B's and C, a C. So here's my, no, I only have one B. Hold the phone. I think that's like a B. Where's my other B? See, now I was so proud of myself that I have all my plates. I think I put it in a different spot. And the C is a little thicker, which you need when you're using these little thin metal dies. You need a lot of pressure as you're winding it through. I see it. So that the die presses down and cuts through the paper. All right, so let's see. So you're going to make what they call a sandwich. So I'm going to put one of my B plates on the bottom. There's little rollers under here. There's little rollers that push, as you will crank this, it pushes the plates through. So I'm going to put that under. Then I'm going to put my paper. On my die cuts, there's a flat side. And then the other side doesn't feel sharp to your fingers, but there's a little raised edge. And that's what's going to push through and cut, hopefully, through the paper. Now, while I'm sending that through, let's send something else through with it. Let's do the picket fence. It's kind of crazy, but might look cute. Now, sometimes I have to put extra paper on here and do like a shim to create extra thickness. But we'll just see. Usually you can tell by the way you crank it. Now I'm going to put my C plate on top because that's a little thicker. And hope for the best. May not be quite thick enough. See, there's not a lot of pressure there. So I'm going to put in what I call a shim. So I'm putting a little extra paper here to cause a little bit more, it just makes it a little thicker going through. I feel like I need another piece of something. I don't want to use that. Like I've got, and you want it to cover um, the whole bit. Oh, is she? Yeah, she said she might pop on today to do some leftovers that they have. Oh, okay, Linda. Oh gosh, thanks for coming in. It was nice to see you. Enjoy your day. All right, so let's undo this. See, it cut through, but see, the flower did not. I'm not going to pull that off. I need more pressure there, apparently. Like sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't even turn that anymore to get it to go through. But you really need that pressure, especially for the real intricate dies. Now let's try it again. I doubled up that piece of paper and I'm going to go forth a few times. Now, sometimes if you pick it up, it comes off and see, I still don't have it all. See, it's not cutting through that center. I'm trying to put it more towards the middle. I'm just going to add some more thickness here. See if I can get it to. I used to keep pieces of like a cereal box in with my plates to add. Oh, see, now it's getting really hard to. And supposedly, when I open up the wings of my cutter here, it's supposed to adhere to my desk. That doesn't really work. Now, see if that's enough. I think for a lot of us, it's getting better. This is why we don't do a lot of die cutting, because it's a struggle for many of us. Just not really getting a lot of pressure in that middle spot of that die. But when it works, man, it's really cool. Oh, really? Bubble wrap? Oh. Oh, never heard of that. Oh, I don't know if I can push this enough. Oh, here we go. Really? Bubble wrap? That's interesting, Terry. Yeah, you want to hear that click. I'm going backwards. Ugh. Okay, let's see. If that didn't get it, I don't think it's going to get it. Well, I think that's the best I'm going to get it with a manual. Let's see. You're going to see me doing the 3D dies. Oh my goodness. Spritzing the paper and trying. Gosh. I'm like, uh-oh. Peggy had a reboot. She had a reboot. I remember one time, I think it was HSN, because they used to do a craft sale day, and they had all these craft vendors on, like Anna Griffith would be on, and oh my gosh, I used to love those days. Just sit for hours and watch them presenting different craft items and tools, and of course they did projects and stuff which were interesting. And I think it was, what's her name? Sarah Davies. I don't know if she's from the UK. And she's the one that does the Gemini and the Gemini Junior. That's what I bought, the Gemini Junior electric cutter. And she just goes like this. And the dye like just falls right out. No, it's never happened for me. Not even close. I'm like, yep, this is probably not for me. All right, so there's still a lot of things that have to be. I know, right, Peggy? Yeah, I could binge on that. They don't do it anymore, right? There used to be a lady on, what's her name? She had a craft show. Carol Duval, was that her name? See, now I also have a little tool that I sit this on a sponge, and it's like a little scrub brush that I can run over top of this. It's supposed to knock all these little bits out. Yeah, it doesn't really work for me either. But see, it's not really always cut completely. You did? Oh my goodness. I would have screamed out loud. Really, Joyce? Yeah, I enjoyed Carol. And I would watch Martha too. And when I was still living at home, of course I wasn't a kid at this point. I used to watch Bob Ross, but see that center is just not, they're just not cut. So I have to decide whether I'm going to use it or not. But I just can't, I just don't know how to get additional pressure. I'll have to try what Terry suggested, some bubble wrap. But this fence should be good. Look how cute that is, huh? Of course, I could use a couple more of those. Let's see. Now that I did that, let's put my good bits over here. See if I can keep myself organized. Ah. All right, so there's my, I don't think this is going to fit on that little bit there. Boy, it's really close. Seeing it doesn't. Boy, I think I might be able to get one out of there. Let's see. Let's just try. You could add another piece of cardstock. Well, if I got the, see, I've done that, but you know what? When you do that, then you can't use it again because it compresses it and it changes the look of the cardstock to me and makes it shiny. And I don't like that. See, aren't I a plus budget? Now, if I had scraps handy, I could do it. That's for sure. I don't think I'm going to need it. Well, maybe I should just do it. Maybe I should just do it. Hey, Pam, how are you? How you be? Are you vacationing? Are you having a good time? Are you bored? I think Pam's on a little vacay. A little vacay. Yeah, see, this one cuts out nice. But see, it's big. It's big. And it's not intricate. You know? Keep one just for that. Yeah, that's a good idea, Joyce. That's what I used to use, like cereal boxes for, and then I would just throw it. But I haven't die cut in so long. I threw all that jazz away. I should get another piece because I really should use these. I have not a ton of them, but I have enough, where I should be using them. I should bricolage. She just woke up. Oh, that's nice. Everyone else is at breakfast. And right now I'm planning the road trip from Newport down to Florence. Nice. Nice. See, now I have a longer fence. Look how that's going to be cute on a page. Sorry, it's going to be cute. It's going to be cute. Oh, this ought to be fun. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can use this on a corner. So let's get another piece of cardstock. Of course, you could use lighter weight paper too, and it would cut through easier, right? Methinks. All right, so let's give this a go. Not sure how that's gonna go, but we're gonna try it. Let's put it in the corner like that. What else can I flip on here? These should cut out pretty easy. I think I do have some bubble wrap sitting right here. I mean, I do have a shim. Maybe I should just get the shim, huh? It's like a little rubber mat, little squishy rubber mat thingy. But when I try to use it, if my memory is serving me correctly, I'm hoping it's here. It may not be here. Oh, I got these stupid things too. I think these are stupid, but I guess I'm using it. I shouldn't say that. I don't see my shim. That's metal. I bought these magic mats. Oh my gosh, I'm such a sucker. You could sell me anything. You really could. You could sell me anything. This is supposed to be the end all to die cutting these mats. They've never worked for me. I'm going to see. It might be too thick. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's not even going to go in. Maybe if I do the magic mat, and Teresa's probably falling off her chair laughing, trying to die cut. You do, Peggy? Maybe I'm using them wrong. I am challenged in this area. Yeah, see, it's really hard for me to turn this. Oh. I did something one time. I broke my seat plate right in half. I'm not that strong. Gosh, I don't even know where that is, Pam. Terry, you love the magic mats too? Oh, tell me how you use them. Look, now I can't get this to go. Oh, goodness. Wait a minute, I'm backing it up. Oh, you're on the Oregon coast. Oh, how nice. Peggy said it might be the machine. You might need a thinner plate. Yeah, I did the B plate. I have two of the magic mats. But see, if I just put the magic mat through, see, it doesn't even crank. Don't force it. Yeah, I learned that once. Okay, there's two magic mats. Hold on. This is why Marty likes to tune into my channel on occasion because I struggle so terribly bad with, tools. Oh, here's a shim. Here's a rubber shim. Let's try it. It's not, I have other ones too. This is a black one. I have tan. Now I want to be gentle taking it off because I don't want to disturb that. All right, let's put the little rubber shim on there very gently. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, see, there's not enough that's magnetic. I cut through that. This is for my Gemini. See, I just don't understand what else I'm supposed to use with that magic mat to make them work. Okay, this is better. This is better. I got some pressure. I just don't know if that flower is gonna really cut out. Oh, yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was trying to cut something. I don't even remember what, and I put my C plate in, and man, I snapped that baby right in half. Could not believe it. Okay, I'm going to run it through again. Don't know if this will help. How long are you going for, Pam? All right, let's see. All right, so I've got the magic mat. I've got my Gemini. Who knows what kind of plate that is? My little plastic shimmy shim. My little rubber shimmy shim. I don't think this cut out. Nope, not even close. Not even close. See, now once it's off, oh heavens. Well, this might be a wrap for me. Okay, let me see my other magic mat. Let me put it, see why I say that they don't work for me? Back home on Wednesday evening. Oh, very nice. All right, let's just put the other magic mat on. Now I've got two magic mats, a B plate and A plate. Ouch. Oh, see, that really hurts your hand here. Woo. And I can't get it to go. Pig says, don't force it. Oh. Oh. I'm going to turn it around, do it this half. Maybe I can get those little guys to cut out. I guess I'm going to have to get out my electric one. I can't do it. This is a bust. Wow. Well, I got that. That's pretty. I think you have to. Yeah, but if I don't, Peggy, I don't have the pressure to make the cut. I mean, that didn't even make an impression. I mean, the paper's not that thick. Look, cut a little bit on the edge there. These are cute when maybe I need to put it this way. paper down, put the die on. I'm just going to do the magic mat. See, and if I do the other magic mat, it's just not magic for me. See, I can't even, I mean, there's no pressure. So that doesn't cut it, doesn't cut at all. Put my warped B plate there. Now there's a lot of pressure there, but see, I can't get that to even go through. I don't know what this plate is. It's for the Gemini, but it's real thin. Let's try that. Nope, just not enough pressure. I've watched videos. Now there's a little bit of pressure there, but I don't think enough to, all right, what's Peggy telling me? Add a piece of paper on top. You might need a few. I want something that's going to cover the whole space. This is, oh gosh, there goes something else falling. This is a piece of cardstock, not cardstock, file folder. I'm just cutting it. I don't need it for anything. Okay, Terry says she'll be right back. Very good. All right, here we go. Oh. Wow. That was a struggle. Check to see if it cut first. Yeah, that's what I try to do, but it's sometimes they're just a little too slippy. And it comes, see, and the rubber thing zhuzhes out of the way. See, it still doesn't look like a cut. It's not pressing down there. This is why I give up easy. This tries my patience for sure. All right, this covers that whole thing. And I'm going to do the magic mat again. And I'm going to do this again. I'm getting a little hungry. I'm thinking it's not doing it because it was too easy winding it through. Looks like some of it cut, but some of it didn't. See, that's not cut very well. Wonder if I all right, let's go this way. Where's my little, that's not what I had. Oh, good grief. Good grief. This is what I used for the flower. Let's put this down for the flower. Not straight, but crooked. Yeah, I don't think I have too much wiggle room that way because it's the width of it. It's not going to go. I don't have. I definitely have pressure. Woo! See, I can't really. Oh, that would be close. Still really didn't cut it. That's a little bit of an angle. Not much. Not too much wiggle room there. This is gonna cause me a problem, I think. I'm gonna need this too. Okay. Let's see. Now there's a fair amount of pressure on this. Ugh. I don't even know if I have the right plates for my Gemini because my neighbor and I shared it, and she kind of warped the plates. It was hard for her to keep track, to keep flipping them over. Well, look, I got a good impression. This one still didn't cut. I think I'm going to give up the goat. Yeah, see, it's just not all the way through. Jen says, I think I like fussy cutting better than trying two cute things. Yeah, but when it works, it's great. But see, none of this will come out. It's just not deep enough. So this is my dilemma. This is why I don't do a lot of this. Quite frankly. Quite frankly, my dear. And it's the same with the butterflies. It'll be the same way. Because see, I like all the stuff that's got, well, this one's not too bad. I like all the stuff that's got a lot of texture or detail in it. Are those I'm going to put out? It could be the dye. Was it from a good, oh, I don't know. Could be a knockoff. I don't know, Peggy. Not all dyes are created equal. Let's see, let's try this butterfly. I'd like to try to do one more page if I could. He's not too detailed. I think I'm pushing the envelope there. All right, let's see. We shall persevere. Let's see, what do I have? I've got this piece. Of course, just a little too wide to go through. Bring off another chunka. All right. I mean, I'll put them through where I have them upside down too. That's always fun. All right, so let's do a butterfly there. Let's see if I can do a butterfly here. I don't think I pulled out anything really little, but you know what might come in handy? A couple of these ovals. Let's load it up. Let's load it up. Load it up to fail. Let's stick that one in there. This guy can move over a little bit. All right. I'm going to do the magic mat. I'm going to do the shim. This is a triple decker sandwich. Let's see. And then I'm going to rewind. I usually always go forward and then go backwards. When it does work, it seems to help, I think. See, that didn't even cut the oval didn't even cut out. That's just crazy to me. Where's my C plate? Let's try that again. Of course, it's way under here. I'm going back to my C plate and back to my D plate. See, these magic mats, you can take those and do whatever you like with them. I just can't get them to work for me. They work great on the commercial. Oh, this still doesn't feel like it's got too much pressure. I'll be a doggone. That still didn't cut. And the magic mat is too thick to use with my plate. Let's see if I can use the shim. Now it's not even wheeling through. It's not catching. Oh, good Lord. See, now it won't even go through. So, oh goodness. All right, this is going to be my last try. My nerves are shot. See, I don't think there's enough. It's not going to cut. It's not going to cut through. Let me see if I add this. Just that little tiny bit. It's not enough to, it's either too much. I just don't know how Teresa does this. I mean, she is like the die cut queen. I mean, she cuts so much stuff. Now, that was a little more pressure. Of course, that moved. Nothing. I don't know. She said she finally bought an electric one. So you can just barely see the imprint there. But see, now I've wasted this paper. All I got cut was that. See, I'm not making this up. This is, right? Okay, so, as my granddaughter would say, just take a deep breath, Amma. Take a deep breath. See, I've got all the, I mean, this is just a plain oval. This should cut. This is a good brand. I know that. You think? You think I need a new machine? I have an electric one. Maybe I should just do that. I love this little cuddle bug though, because it's so little and the sides fold up. Now I'm not ready to invest in another machine. No worries, they discontinued. Maybe that's why they discontinued it. Hey, hey, oh, hey. Come on, get up there. Now nobody's cooperating. Nobody's cooperating. All right, let's get this stuff out of the way. See all the stuff I've purchased over the years? This is all flip to try to get it to work. I bought I don't know how many plates that don't work, that don't fit. Oh yeah. Oh, now they're going to shoot down there, and I'll be digging them out forever. Yeah, nothing there.
Come on, guys.
Oh yeah, what did I do with the stuff I cut? Here we go.
Come on. Let's go.
I know I've got a few things cut here. No wonder they discontinued it. This might work better here. Oh yeah, see there's a nice big space there. That might work there. All right, so plan on that for there. Then I've got this cute little fence. That could probably be a little tuck spot if I just glue the bottom. Love that. Not sure what I was thinking there. I have to rethink that. I didn't glue this one down. Oh, this is the flip out. So I can glue that. All right. Okay. See, I think that will look pretty, but I need to get one to cut out all the way. Well, this has been kind of a bust, guys. I apologize, but sometimes it goes that way. See, I don't think I don't think I can get most of these to pop out because they're just not cut deep enough. And then once you get this far and you take the die off, you'll never line it up again, to try to recut this. I really don't think I was doing anything wrong, per se. This one is a good from a good manufacturer, like Peggy was saying. This isn't a cheap. Now, some of the ones I have are cheaper, and purchased from not reliable companies. But this one's a good one. Anyway, I like the idea. I just didn't cut well. Oh, this I was going to do as a belly band. Okay. I think that's it for me for today. I think does somebody come on at noon? Anne's on at 5. Xander, I think, comes on around 4. Tanya usually comes on, I think, around 2 or 2:30. These are Eastern Standard Times. So there's some things for you to do if you're not into football. Gosh, I wish I was at going to who was having the taco bar, and her kids were coming over. I forget already. Wasn't Terry? It was somebody else. Anyway, sounds like a good time. So I'm going to sign off. Thanks for coming in and spending some time with me. I appreciate it. I think once I get this rolling, it'll be a really nice finished project. But obviously I need to work out if I'm going to continue with the idea of using some die cuts, I need to work that out. So maybe I'll clear my the end of my one table here and set up my electric one and then sit and die cut some stuff. Certainly that should work. Famous last words, right? So this book was sitting in a bag. It's been among the missing for a while, so I'm glad I found it. So it'll all work out, right? So enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'm hoping to see you Tuesday evenings. I think there's Tuesday evening. I don't think I have anything else coming up. I expect to be here Tuesday evening. You never know, right? Life is full of a lot of different surprises. And I think for a lot of us, our art keeps us, sane. Yeah. Sarah Davies just goes tap, 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 and her die just fell right out. Yeah. Not for Pink Girly. All right. I'm dragging my feet here. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for coming in. It's lovely to see you all, and I'll see you again next time. Until then, take care. Don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. Bye for now.